Wow. We went really far back this time. Alright, this is Spawn, in the Demon's Hand. If you guys are familiar with the comic book Spawn, or the movie, we are going to play a little Capcom game that's very rare, probably hard to find at this point. It's only for the Dreamcast, and it's also in arcade form. It's a fighter. Let's just jump right into it. There's 4 players, of course. We're just going to be playing by ourselves. There's a boss attack mode, Battle Royale, where 4 players battle royale, what else can I say? And we got the team battle mode where you can team up with your lovely helpers in the Spawn universe. There's several characters in this game, and it just goes through a multitude of like Brimstone and Grace, all the lesser known and more known characters. Sam, Spawn of course, because he's the character of the game. We'll pick him right off the back. If anyone's familiar with this series, you recognize a lot of the characters, and there's a lot of computer-only characters, like Spawn version 4, and Wolf 1, Spawn version 1, of course, Hellspawn. This game is kind of like Power Stone, but not as good, but it's the same idea. You can run around on a 3D environment. But the problem with the game is it's very hard to target your characters. They have to have, because the actual camera is so zoomed in, it makes it hard to target characters. You can use guns, and you can get in real close and just fight the person themselves. Right now I'm using the R trigger to do this. You can pick up little bonuses. I can actually just leave and walk through this area. As you saw, a little load came up. He comes right in there. He'll come after you. The AI can use a little work once in a while. I think I just defeated myself. Or no, I'm okay. And since this is boss attack mode, they're kind of, going to do one-trick pony type of attacks and abilities. As you saw that on the bottom, it says negative 10 seconds. You have a specific amount of time to finish the stage since it's a boss. And by dying, you lose time on that. That was the first person mode. Now, if you have any trouble aiming normally, I think this is useful. But remember, Dreamcast does not come with a double analog stick, so you're going to have to bear with it if you're used to the newer formats in games. So, from my experience, the game has some unlockables. There's not really much reason not to play after you unlock everyone, unless you want to, improve your fighting ability, just like every other fighter. Whereas I told you in other reviews, like the Power Stone game, there's so much unlockables and reasons to come back because you want to try out the new weapons you have. This game has a lot of characters to unlock. And there's a lot of, characters that you can't unlock, but you can play against, which is great. You have to play the game about 14 times just to unlock the really specific characters. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who might just be interested in buying the game. The graphics for a Dreamcast game at this time are nice. I'd say they're nice. They're not great. They're not bad. Spawn looks like Spawn. Like, what can I say? The controls are pretty tight. You can grasp them pretty fast, and it's one of those pick up and play games. I don't believe the voice acting's too great, but it's kind of like like the whole rock theme, the anger. I wouldn't even say rock. Maybe yeah, I guess I'll go with rock. This whole rock theme. You hear the rock music in the background, and the characters have that before they start, that little grisly voice as they say something in monotone. You can't really tell. just gonna stay back here. As you can tell, I already told you, the camera can be a problem. Let's pick up one of these. Our defense goes up from that. A little orb. Speed up right over here too. Let's just try to fight him. I'm hitting my own helper here. And he's hitting me too. That's great. I think we're supposed to work together, guy. Thanks. I gotta say, some of the I've watched the music itself will feel a little dated. Also, did him just the audio quality is not that great, maybe, but the characters gets really strong in the actual comic. You'll run the merit of just having a great level design, basically recreating the Earth itself, a crappy one, or something that just repeat itself. Like you know that these guns, you're gonna walk into the next room, it's gonna be a little tiny box, and they kind of weaken him for this game. A staircase. And that'll happen very often. If you ever played the Soul Calibur game for Xbox, you actually get a chance to play as Spawn too in that game. But this Spawn looks really good if you get a close up. This is one of the better looking levels in the game. A lot of color to it. Like they changed the palette up a little bit. Can I still have the same old boxes everywhere? Its error, I'm giving it a good shot. But though it'd have hurt a little more, just smash the box in your head. Of course, today's standards, like the other characters, that look a little blocky. There goes the camera issues again. Got these suit guys, they want to fight this. They just saw me throw a box at someone and shoot chains through my stomach, but they still decide it's okay to come at me fisticuffs because they're that intelligent. In this G.I. Joe Soldier remake, don't worry, I know his name, I'm just making jokes. He wants to take me head on too. I don't know where my partner is. Where is... Oh, that wasn't him, actually. I thought that was the boss. Where is this guy? There he is. This is the G.I. Joe. This is what I've been waiting for. This little real gun. I want that gun. Yeah, I'm about to stay out that fight. So, of course, there's weapons in this game. There's shotguns, and... I usually like using the default weapon, but I feel like it's a little stronger, more useful. Oh, he's coming after me. Ooh, whoa, watch out. Oh, he just punched my head off, looks like. Jeez, this is violent. Alright, let's take a look into the tournament mode. Let's do a battle royale, so I can show you just how many characters fight on the screen and all that stuff, and all the different characters they have. There's about, I believe, what was it, 37 playable characters in this game. At the start, you only start off with about 12 or so. But it's a nice selection, so it'll keep you wanting to play more. You unlock the characters pretty easily, just, complete the boss mode, attack mode, with different characters, or couple of times. I'm getting destroyed. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, as you saw, I just lost, and you can see the little stat meter stats that come up after you lose. Someone's after me. It's a little difficult to see who's attacking you sometimes. It just points in the direction, but if you get used to it, you can look at the radar on the bottom. I'm not looking at the radar right now, and that's why you see me doing so badly. I'm trying to really explore the level to show you some of the level design itself. Pick up some of those. People can also leave little traps, like mines and stuff like that. Or I should say dynamite on the floor to attack you, so you want to be careful when you're just walking around. Especially when you're just jumping around, not really fighting back. And these matches are timed, so you want to attack as quick as you can. And be careful when you fight near like a little, opening like that, because you'll jump back and forth, and because the camera does it so quickly, you won't really be able to tell when it's happening. You'll be fighting someone and just slip out into the other room, and it'll really annoy you. It's also a thing it's hard to get out of those when they keep shooting you like that. They can juggle you a little bit. It's just something you gotta get used to in the game. If you get really good at it, you can overlook some of the things I'm talking about. You have a set score you're supposed to get up to, about 14 points in this tournament, for example. You can switch between your bare hands and, you know, your gun arm and all that stuff on the side. So this is an assortment of different moves and attacks. I'm not really using all of them because I'm being a little distracted. Alright. You don't want to get double teamed or triple teamed either. Since it's a battle royale, it's just going to be a fault to happen. Let's see what we can do here. Crap. I hate this girl. So this is another part. You can actually regulate the handicap your characters have and whether they have the radar or not, the sights on. A nice little addition. I'll put mine's all the way up. I'll put his a little lower. Maybe I should make Spawn the top dog. Make him suck. There's plenty of levels to play in. You won't really get too tired of them too quickly. So anyway, let's get down to it. Let's put the ice level. We haven't seen the ice level yet. I do want to mention that the bigger camera issues can be helped by editing the camera settings. You can make it further away. You can change the camera settings to distant, and you should be okay, and it shouldn't bother you too much anymore. But you're still gonna have a few issues with the camera when you're in slightly smaller rooms. Everybody likes a clown. Look at me. Everyone's afraid of this guy. See, he's a little bit of close range here. We're gonna have to sock it to him. Hey, come back here. Oh, you're my partner. This is a nice level where it's not really much changing in the level, so you can just kind of run around, hide if you need to, and defeat people in one hit, because I'm the clown. Uh-oh. That means we're being targeted, obviously, so we're going to jump around a little bit, get away. Our little clown friend here can't really double jump, or jump that well at all. If you remember the Spawn movie, this is the clown from it, if you're not familiar too much with the characters of Spawn. I'm going to go right after Spawn if I can. Yeah, so far, if you enjoy this game and how it looks, and you think it's something you might be into, I'd say go ahead and try a purchase if you can find the game. But it's not a huge recommendation because it does have its flaws, and the flaws are very noticeable. You can see them just from watching the video. But it's something different. I always like a fighter that tries something new, and this is when Capcom really used to, try to make their games just not the same old 2D back and forth fight fest. You can strategize in this game, you can hide if you need to, run away from battles, find a box, maybe get some items, leave a location, come back later when you feel you're prepared. I feel like it would do very well online, to tell you the truth, without the radar and people just running around trying to find their opponents. Before I end this, I'll just say it's a game where the storyline's not really too important, but Al's back, and if you knew about the old story about how he became Spawn, he was basically murdered and brought back through a demon from hell, and at that point, to get, kind of get revenge, sort of, on the friend that betrayed him, yada yada yada. I don't want to really spoil the story because it's a pretty good comic if you want to actually get into it. So I won't really go too far into it, but you don't really need to know much about any story for this game. It's just mainly there for some good gameplay. This game's, you can have a decent time with it. A couple of friends over, 4-player action, you can have a decent time. I believe there's better alternatives, but if you're looking for something new and different, this is where you gotta go. As I said, AI needs some improvements, camera needs some improvements, graphics are decent, they're good enough. Oh, I keep just fighting. And you have a good enough repertoire of moves to you can switch in and out from one move to the next while you're fighting. Fight with your fists, switch back to your knife, everything. And that's about it. I'll try to upload some more videos soon, some more rare gems. As always, Sickle Cell, donate to Sickle Cell Research, thereviewcell.com, and we are out.